Welcome back everyone to my channel. This is me, Prem Kumar. If you're currently living in UK and want to bring your partner, be your husband, be your wife to UK on dependent partner visa, then this video is for you. In this video today, I'll be showing each step on the way, including how to fill the form on Government of UK website, what documents to provide, what are the actual legal requirements, and remember there is a key requirement of proving a relationship, and we'll talk about that in detail. I will also show you the documents I submitted for my wife application, and we got successful response in a few days as well. This video can be a little lengthy, of course, because the whole process, but I would recommend to watch it full if you're really looking to apply a dependent partner visa for your spouse. So definitely stay tuned till the end. Before getting into more details of the video, a bit about myself. My name is Prem Kumar. I've been in UK for more than 5 years. My channel has more than 500 videos on different items, be it career, be it immigration, be it living abroad, cost of living around the world, and a lot more. So definitely check them out, the playlist. Back to topic, how do you apply for dependent partner visa? Remember, it's very easy process in terms of form. I'll show you each step on the way, but there are some key requirements, key documents. You have to make sure those are right and you are not lying anywhere on the application itself. So to start, just go on Google and write PBS dependent partner visa, and it will give you Government of UK website link. Basically, if you're a skilled worker visa or if you're on any other sort of visas, which we'll talk about that later, you can apply for your dependent partner to come here as well as your dependent children as well to come here in UK. So your partner children are eligible to apply, and then there are some requirements, who is deemed to be a dependent partner, your husband, your wife. Make sure to read this section properly because there are some key requirements, some key things written here. For example, how do you prove your relationship if you're not living together? For example, arranged marriage, the government requires you to have at least like 2 years of relationship histories. That's the requirement. And how do you prove that in your arranged marriage? So we'll literally cover each and everything on the way, but just to make sure you read through each and everything here before actually applying. And there's a requirement of the money itself, how much money you need to have. So just read through each and everything. Since it's a first time application, it will be applied from outside the UK. So you have to hit this one and not apply from inside the UK. One down there will be done once you are currently in UK and now you're looking to extend your current visa. So just click apply online to your partner. So the first thing is where you're planning to live. I'll just say England, and then we'll go continue. Do you have a current EU, EEA, or Swiss passport? No, I don't. And then next one is basically confirm your visa type. Now here you have to confirm what visa you applying. Partner dependent visa. Clicking next. Where you're planning to live, England, of course, continue. And then do you have a current EU Swiss passport? No, I don't. Continue. Then it asks me to identify the country of biometrics. So I'm from Pakistan. I'll just put Pakistan here. Of course, you'll pick your own country here where you're coming from. And here the system asks you, do you know where you have to go for the appointment? You can find the visa application center here on this link, basically for all countries. And you can find yours. I know where Pakistan one is, and I'll just say I have identified the location and then continue next. After that, it says the user form to apply from outside UK as partner who has a visa from one of these. So all these are covered. I'm sticking with this one. Before you start, make sure you understand the eligibility and requirement. Just click apply now. In this step, just provide the email ID and password to actually create an account, which you can use for your application subsequently. So I'll just create one here. This is actually my official email ID. You can reach out to me on this email ID as well. So I'll just click continue here. On this web page, you have to provide the name of your partner who's currently living in UK. So I'll just stick with maybe spouse name. I'll just say continue. Now, continue nationality, Pakistan. I'm born in Pakistan. Spouse date of birth is maybe 1/1/1997, for example. Save and continue, all the random numbers. Do you know the spouse name, passport, travel document number? No, I don't. I'll just say continue here. You can, of course, no, and you can say yes, but it's not end of the world here. Next one is basically, are you traveling together? Are you traveling alone or before your spouse? So I'll just say I'm traveling after my spouse and say continue here, and then spouse name and current UK immigration status. You have to provide immigration state of your spouse. So for example, I'll write skilled worker, including tier 2 general, because that's my visa category. My wife is applying as a dependent on me, so she has to select all the details that are relevant to me here. And then ask, do you have one of these reference numbers of your spouse name like mine? Of course, your husband or your wife in UK will have one of these numbers. For example, I know I have this number from one of the Home Office emails, but for the simplicity, I'm just saying no, but you will have one and you'll just write that down there. I'll just click continue here. Now, do you know the spouse visa end date? Yes, there's the visa end date. I'll just say continue. Write the visa end date here. Does the spouse have the permission to stay in UK already? Yes, because the person is on skilled worker already. Save and continue. Now you need a sponsor license number that's put on the certificate of sponsorship your husband, your wife who's currently working in UK will have. So you have to ask them for COS and you will actually have to attest that as well. So moving forward, this field is also written on certificate of sponsorship, and you can also find that here as well. I'm not going into details here, but you can find that in certificate of sponsorship as well. For me, it's 42421, which is basically chartered accountants and accountants code. Is it the healthcare? No, it's not. Is a spouse name in immigration salary list? No, it's not. There's a list written here, but it's not for me, so no. Is spouse name certificate of sponsorship? Yes. You would have to provide certificate of sponsorship number here, which your spouse used to apply for their own visa. So just write it here, the actual number that your spouse will provide you, who's currently working in UK. Going next, now spouse start bucket. I'll just put a random date here for this video and then save and continue here and then spouse bug end date. So I put 424, now I have to do 2027, 3 years US, 01/01, 2027, even continue. Sponsor certifying maintenance, again, it's very, very important. There was a guidance written on the main page when we started that, you need to have some sort of money with you to sponsor your partner or your children. But if the employer of the sponsor actually certifies the maintenance in COS, it's actually written over there. Then you don't need to provide a lot of support on the bank statements, proof of finances, because your employer has already certified the maintenance. So in this case, for example, for me, my employer in the COS actually says that I will certify the maintenance of Prem and dependents. So I'll just say yes here and save and continue here. And then you have to check each and everything here before you go on the second part of application and then third document and then declaration and all the subsequent actions. So make sure everything is correctly written here before we go on the second part of this, which is application itself. Click continue here. Now, how do you want to be contacted? Of course, it's my email ID, pkconnect@gmail.com. This address belongs to me. I'll just say save and continue. Additional email, no, but you can give the email ID of your husband, your wife who's currently in UK, and you can add that. I actually did that for my wife in past. I save and continue here. Your telephone number. So I'll just put a random number here, for example, 92, because my wife is supposed to be in Pakistan. Um, 312 123456789. Just looks like a long number. Is it for use in UK, outside UK? It's for use outside the UK, in the UK. And mobile number it is, and go for continue. Any other telephone numbers? No, but you can provide telephone number of your husband who's in UK, your wife who's in UK, and that's quite helpful as well. If they want to call, it's much easier to connect in UK. Save and continue. Contact you by telephone. I can be contacted by telephone. Yes, I can be. And save and continue here. Your name. Now you have to provide details of your own. The person who's actually applying for the visa. So you have to provide the name. Maybe I'll just start with wife name and save and continue here. Any other names you are known for? No. Say yes, and then your sex and relationship status, because I'm applying for my wife here, female, and then relationship status is basically married or sole partner. I'll just click continue here, and then address, you provide your current address outside the UK. So you just write, for example, my country was Pakistan, and then there's no need of postal code. I'll just put something random. Is this address also correspondence address? Just write yes here, and then save and continue here. Now you have to provide how much you have lived here. Now I'll just say, for example, I lived 10 years, and I live with my parents, lived with my parents, which is quite common. And then save and continue here, and then you have to provide the passport number. Again, some random numbers here. Pakistan, issue date, for example, 01/01/2020. Again, all random. Just purpose is just to show you how to apply and how to fill the form, but you have to provide all the actual details that you have in your passport. Identity card, yes, local identity card is there, and you provide a detail here. Again, 44103 123 456 785. Issuing authority Pakistan, save and continue. After that, you have to write about your country of nationality, birth as well. So country of nationality is Pakistan. Date of birth, again, I'll just say 01/01/1995. You will continue. Other nationality is no other nationality, but if you have one, just write that. Now you have to tell when you're planning to arrive in UK. I'll just say, for example, 01/06/2025 from June. Save and continue. And then your spoken language, which is English, you prefer, save continue. Now your current partner name, who's your partner here? Like, I'll just say mine here, Prem Kumar. I'll just put some random date here. For they currently live with you, this is an important question. You have to say no because you're currently not living with them. Actually, if your husband or your wife is in UK and you're married or your sole partner, whatever it is, you are not living together. So you have to provide the details of the partner with UK address. We can put a very random address here. Address is 35 Gansil. Very random. Will they be traveling with you to the UK? No. For example, if your spouse is already in UK, they won't be traveling with you together. So just say no. If they will be, then say yes. Save and continue. On this question, it asks you, do you have the permission to stay as spouse name partner? Basically, your husband partner. No, you currently don't have the permission. That's why you're asking for the permission. Just say no here. And you have to say no here as well. And just save and continue. Are you and your partner married? Yes, we are married. Say and continue. And then can you provide a marriage certificate? Yes, your government usually issues a certificate. You can use that. Say save and continue. When do you get married? For example, I'll just say 01 01 2025, for example, save and continue. And then was arranged marriage or civil partnership. Now, Home Office is actually clear on some cultures, like especially Pakistan, India. There are a lot of arranged marriage as well, and they are actually understandable of that. So if that's arranged marriage, say yes. If not, just say no. I'll just say yes because mine was arranged. Next question is proxy marriage. You can read the definition. I'll just say no here. It's not a proxy and living together for the last 2 years. This is important requirement. And subsequently, when you provide the proof, you have to give a cover letter actually to provide the details as why you are not living together or how do you prove your 2 years of relationship. So have you lived continuously together for last 2 years? No, because we are just married. For example, so we haven't lived together. Give a reason why you not live together. So you have to write a reason here. Just write a few lines. You have to give a cover letter anyways to write more. Just say continue here. Why you lived apart? Can you provide evidence? Yes, you can provide evidence. Work contracts, employment, etc., etc. Say and continue. This is important evidence of continued relationship while living apart. Can you provide evidence to show how you and your partner continue a relationship while living apart? Say yes here because you have to provide the evidence of your togetherness for last 2 years, really. So just say save and continue. This question is also important because it asks you if you are related to your partner before you got married. So for me, of course, no. But if you got married to your cousins, etc., you have to say yes and talk about that. Are you currently married or in civil partnership? Any other person? No. Have you been in marriage or civil partnership before? No. No here as well. No here as well. Is anybody dependent on you financially from your perspective who is applying the application? Say no if there's no one, but if there's anyone, just say yes and say save and continue. Give details about your first parent. Now you have to provide details of your mother and father. So you have to give them both. Save and continue. Family who lives in UK, if you have anybody who's currently living in UK, which is good, then you have to provide that detail as well. It just strengthens your case. So I'll just say no, but in my case, there was one, and I actually said yes in my actual application. I'll just say no for now. No, you are just traveling alone, so say no here. If you're traveling with somebody else, say yes and provide the details. If not, just say no here. The detail of where you will stay. So say yes, and now you have to put the postcode. I'll just randomly put the same postcode I put earlier, IG13BE. Other place you'll stay in the UK, I'll just say no here. I will history. Have you been to UK in past 10 years? If yes, say yes, and then put the history. If not, just say no. Have you been issued with any UK visa? No. Travel to Australia, Canada, New Zealand, USA, or European Economic Area? No. Zero. World travel history. Of course my wife had a world travel history of UAE, so I could say yes and put all the details for the simplification. I'll just say no here for now and see if we can continue. Let's ask about the immigration history for either the UK or any other country. Have you been ever refused a visa? I'll say yes here because there was the history of refusal and I have to provide the evidence and details of why it was refused. Here you have to provide the honest details because of course home office already knows what happened and they will have the support anyways, but make sure you're not lying anything, you're not hiding anything. The actual application, we actually put a lot of thought on what to write properly and how to make sure it's not negative. Do you have any other immigration problems? No. Save and continue. Breach of UK immigration law? No. Profession requiring overseas criminal checks? Some professions do require that, but in my case say no. Additional information about your application. Now here you have to provide more details you want to. Briefly is 1,000 characters limit, but what I try to do is I'll just say, further information will be provided as requested. Simple as that. Provide an additional cover letter in the actual application. So save and continue here. And it's all done really, the whole application. You have to make sure each and everything you have written here is fine. There are no issues, there's no mistake, because that means your visa might be rejected easily. After this, the next step is actually the documents, and then it goes to declaration, the payment. So I'll just say continue here, and these are the mandatory documents like passport of my wife, and then evidence of our continuous relationship, then the marriage certificate and evidence of why and your partner lived apart during last 2 years. That's everything you have to provide from your side, and then you have to provide evidence of spouse permission to enter stay in UK, which is basically the BRP or e-visa or visa stamp. For example, a copy of your spouse passport and the visa. It's completely free to upload them online. You don't need to go to the visa embassy and pay them money to scan and upload for you. You can do that online very well. Another thing you have to provide is TB tests, especially if you're living in countries which are exposed to TB, and there's a link you can check if you need to do the TB. So these are the basic requirements the government of UK said you have to provide at minimum. I haven't asked a lot about your partner because all the details will be in system anyways. But for the safety, some of the documents we provided additionally, and that made our visa cases stronger, I guess. is number one, having a cover letter, and that cover letter will have each and everything actually from start to end, listing out the whole story, where we met, where we were, when we got married, when we got engaged, all the details, and then our 2 years of history, relationship, literally proving each and everything out, because the marriage certificate is good, but it's not like 100% good evidence to prove that you are in a relationship as well. So the other documents we submitted was basically the cover letter here, and then basically my COS, my passport, my BRP, and old visa rejection letter as well, and TB certificate. So all these documents are additional to what was being asked by government of UK. You can of course submit more documents if you want to. I'll just show you quickly this one because this is really, really important document. Now some people actually don't put that, and they also get the visa as well, but it's better you put the whole story right so the Home Office doesn't have any ambiguity in the whole structure, especially if you are from a culture where you might have done an arranged marriage, you might not live together for 2 years. So you have to put that right in the about document so that they know what's happening here. So this is the document I kind of prepared, where I'm living, who am I confirm she's my wife, and when I moved to UK, our marriage is genuine, and then basically talking about my employer. I talk about I'm giving each and every information here, right? And then in the appendix, we talk about, when we did our engagement pictures, like ring exchange, engagement cake, and then after that, wedding pictures. Of course, I removed each and everything for this video, but in here we had the actual pictures, like the picture from our fairas, and then a couple pictures from wedding reception. And after that, when we met together, first time after engagement, and at the same time, first anniversary of engagement, we went for dates, so that I wrote as well, and travel history, my travel tickets as well. When I moved to Pakistan, when we met together. And at the same time, I also provided more details in terms of our chat history. Not a lot. Some people actually put a lot in the whole chat history. It's not recommended, of course, personal. But for example, some WhatsApp chats where you actually plan for the future, saying, I look forward to be in UK, travel together, for example, and build our life in UK, all those sort of things, some smaller messages. And the fourth thing I just told them, what's the highest chat storage with my wife as well. So I just put a screenshot of highest storage. Of course, they can ask more questions, they can seek more details, but you have put you're providing enough already in terms of all these supports. And I think if you provide a cover letter well and you cooperate all these appendixes with all these descriptions here, I think it will work well. So going back on the main screen again, you provide all the evidence, you just say yes, yes, you provide each and everything, and then you have to save and continue. And now it's the time of declaration. You are basically saying you have done each and everything right here. You haven't said anything wrong. It's not misrepresentation. There's nothing hidden. I just say I confirm that I understand and accept these conditions, and then you go to the pay, and then of course there are some further actions like TB test, other bits. I'm not going over there because next step is literally pay. I'm not applying for the visa now. I did in past. We got the visa successfully in few days, and you can definitely do it yourself without a lawyer, without a legal person involved. It's quite easy. The main document is the cover letter, which of course I can share. If you want that, just write in comment. I can send it to you on your email ID. Hopefully this helped. Thank you so much for watching.